Hi, boys and girls. AJ was pretty sad yesterday when he found out that he was not getting a lollipop because he's probably eaten too many so far. Let's read to see what happens with good news, bad news. Chapter 8. When my mom picked me up after school, I gave her the business card and told her what Dr. Floss said. This could be an emergency, my mom said, and she hit the gas. Let's go to her office right now. This was the worst thing to happen since TV turn-off week. I wanted to go to Antarctica and live with the penguins. I'll bet $1,100,000 that penguins never have to go to the dentist. But I'm no dummy. I reached into the back seat of the car and put on my football helmet. AJ, why are you wearing your football helmet? Mom asked me. The dentist won't be able to get into your mouth with the face guard in the way. Exactly, I said. It didn't take long to drive to Dr. Floss's office. Mom made me leave my football helmet in the car. That's when the weirdest thing in the history of the world happened. When we walked into the waiting room, there was a bowl of candy on the table and a bunch of cool toys and a video game system hooked up to a big screen TV. It was paradise. This place is cool, I said to my mom. Can I live here? Mom said I could play a video game while she talked with the receptionist. I told her to take all the time she needed. I was just about to press the start button when... Dr. Floss will see you now, AJ, said the receptionist. Bummer in the summer. I'll be right here waiting for you, my mom told me. Come in with me, Mom, I said. I'm scared. You're a big boy, she replied. I'll be right here when you're done. The receptionist walked me down a long hallway. I felt like one of those prisoners being taken into jail. Finally, we got to the little room. Dr. Floss was in there. Hi, AJ, she said cheerfully. It's nice to see you again. Check out Dr. Floss's office and all those tools. I looked around the room. It was scary. There was a dentist chair with a big light hanging over it and all kinds of dentist tools. Then I looked on the windowsill. There were a bunch of pliers lined up there. Ah! I shouted. Is this what you use to pull out people's teeth? Oh no, that's my collection of antique pliers, Dr. Floss said. Remember this morning I told you I collect old tools? Oh yeah. I looked around the office some more. In the corner, leaning against the wall, was a giant jackhammer. Ah! I shouted. I thought I was gonna die. Is that what you use to drill people's teeth? Of course not, said Dr. Floss. Remember this morning I told you I like doing road work? I thought you meant you like to go jogging. No, silly, she told me. In my spare time, I work on roads. That's weird. Well, at least she wasn't going to stick that thing in my mouth. Take a look at this, AJ, she said, holding up a set of teeth and gums. Then suddenly the teeth started chattering. Cool, I said. What do you call that? My last patient, replied Dr. Floss. Ah! I shouted. Just kidding, said Dr. Floss. You're so jumpy, AJ. I don't like going to the dentist, I admitted. There's nothing to be afraid of, she told me. Here, sit in the chair. It's really comfortable. I sat in the big chair and it was comfortable. That's when the weirdest thing in the history of the world happened. Dr. Floss pulled a seat belt across my waist and clicked it shut. Ah! I shouted, "What are you doing?" "You should always wear your seat belt," she told me. "That's in a car," I shouted. "Mom, help! Get me out of here!" "Just relax, AJ," Dr. Floss told me. It was probably a soundproof room. That way, the parents in the waiting room can't hear Dr. Floss torturing kids. She pushed a secret button to lean the chair back. I was looking at the ceiling now, and you'll never guess in a million hundred years what Dr. Floss had up on the ceiling. It was a TV screen. Cool! There were some cartoons playing on the TV. Dr. Floss put on a pair of rubber gloves. "Ah!" I shouted, "Not the gloves!" In the movies, bad guys always put on gloves before they steal something or hurt somebody. That way, they don't leave fingerprints behind. "Shh," she said, sticking the big light in my face. "You just watch the cartoons while I look in your mouth, AJ. Open wide." "No," I said. "AJ, I can't work on your teeth if you don't open your mouth." "I know," I told her. "That's why I'm not opening it." "Don't be a baby, AJ. You probably just have one tiny cavity. Open up." "No." If I didn't open my mouth, Dr. Floss couldn't look inside it. And if she couldn't look inside it, she couldn't examine me. And if she couldn't examine me, she wouldn't know for sure if I had a cavity. And if she didn't know for sure I had a cavity, she couldn't drill my teeth. So I wasn't going to open my mouth. "Here," she said, handing me a rubber ball. "Squeeze this stress ball. It will help you relax." I squeezed the stress ball, but felt just as much stress as I did before. I kept my mouth shut and crossed my arms in front of my chest. When you cross your arms in front of your chest, it means you're not going to do what somebody wants you to do. That's the first rule of being a kid. "Well," said Dr. Floss with a sigh, "I guess I'm just going to have to pull out all of your teeth just to be on the safe side." "What?" While I was saying "what," Dr. Floss grabbed my upper and lower teeth and pulled them apart. "Dr. Floss is the boss," she said, peering into my mouth. "Say ah." "Ah." Dr. Floss whistled while she looked around inside my mouth. "What kind of car are you going to buy?" I asked. "Oh, it depends," she replied. "If you have a lot of cavities, I'll buy a limousine. But if you only have one cavity, I'll probably get a little, not again. That can't be good." "What do you see?" I asked. "Not enough," replied Dr. Floss. "I'm going to shoot an X-ray to help me see better." "What's that?" I asked. "It's a picture of your tooth," she told me. "I call them toothpicks." Get it? Toothpicks? Toothpicks? That's a little dental joke. I didn't laugh. Her jokes were terrible. Dr. Floss took something out of a drawer. "Here," she said, "bite down on this cookie." Cookies? I love cookies. I opened my mouth and bit down. It wasn't a cookie. It was some yucky plastic thing. I thought I was gonna throw up. "Just keep biting down," Dr. Floss told me. Sit still. I'll be in the next room for a moment. Are x-rays dangerous? I mumbled, keeping that thing in my teeth. There's nothing to worry about, she said as she left the room. X-rays are harmless. And why are you hiding in the next room? I mumbled. Dr. Floss didn't answer. There was a little beep and she came back and took the plastic thing out of my mouth. Then she put it in a machine for a few minutes. The machine must have developed the x-ray because she put it up on a box with a light in it, and I could see the picture of my teeth. Dr. Floss looked at it for like 1,100,000 seconds. AJ, she finally said, I have some good news and some bad news. Uh-oh. Anytime a grown-up tells you they have good news and bad news, the news is always bad. That's the first rule of being a grown-up. What's the good news? I asked. I'm not going to tell you. What? Okay, I'll tell you, Dr. Floss said. But you have to read the next chapter. So na-na-na-boo-boo on you. Hey, I thought I was supposed to say that. And how did she know there were more chapters? Chapter 9 is called Swish and Spit. Tomorrow we'll find out. Good news, bad news. Bye, kiddos.